Yo, we got Ingram now, so we got Jason Kidd and Ingram today. We're dropping videos on both of them. You already know. Yo, Ingram is a sleeper, dude. He's kind of like Clarkson and KD combined. Played a handful of games with them, watched some other people play him, and dude, to be honest, I think he's a solid add to the game. But now that you know we got Ingram, let's roll some clips real quick. Jeez, man, personally, I mess with them, you know what I'm saying? I like him quite a bit. I actually feel like he's a pretty good player here. Playing with my boy Riot, ran up a quick 11 point, because we have to test him out an 11 point before we get too serious. Tell me my boy Riot isn't looking absolutely fly in his SGA jersey, though. Getting that little thread in the needle between those two guys to get that uncanny shot off, between that uncanny dribble. That Zhao Chang cooking up his ankles, though, can't dribble. Porzingis with accuracy up buff is going to let it fly a little bit deep, and it's going to be off there. I'm patrolling the court, looking for my opening, looking for my opportunity. I'm trying to let a three hang, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that's going to be happening here. Really don't have too much movement. You just have side-to-side dribbles with Ingram. People were comparing him to like Paul George, but the thing with Paul George is at least he has step backs. For example, they're like, I just had to let that shot go off because I just ran down the shot clock timer, trying to look for that three opportunity too much. A big negative you're going to find with the boy Ingram, though, is his ultimate, his 3-point ultimate, which is, you know, the more important one, is very expensive. It costs 1800 morale, so you're only going to be getting that once per game. I do understand the reasoning behind it, though, because essentially it's unguardable. It's just a free open three in an ISO situation. You're one-on-one with another player. You hit that, they can't contest you. They just shoot over them like you're Kevin Durant. But like Jason Kidd or Tatum, he has two alts. So one alt is a 3 and the other alt is a 2. The 2 costs 1200 morale. The 3 costs 18 like we just spoke about. 1200 for the 2-point morale really isn't that great. It's essentially an unguardable 2, so he has an unguardable 3 and an unguardable 2. 3000 morale in one game, though. Rarely you're going to get that off unless you're like having like an MVP caliber match and you're really carrying your team. You're not going to be able to get both of those alts off, one of each. So his ultimates are not that great, although they are like really good when you get them. It's just the price to get them really isn't that good because you're only getting it once per game. I would probably like to see Kevin Durant or a Curry like ultimate on him just because it's so expensive, or maybe not make it a guaranteed shot but drop the morale a little bit, because I would like to be able to get 2 of them a game. Even if only one makes it, sometimes both of them make it type thing. Personally, it's kind of boring if you don't have your ultimate for essentially the whole game. That being said, his ultimate is very strong, so if you do get it, it'll feel good. Also, next up, I want to talk about his drives. He can't drive backwards. As you can see right here, I'm going to dribble, so I can dribble right and then I can dribble left going slightly forward. It's not a bad movement. It's not really going to make you all that open, though. You still need like a screen or something like that in the mid-range to get open, or the person has to be like extremely bad on defense. It's very predictable movement like a Devin Booker, for example, so I would take away a little bit of points from that. If you watch my recent tier list, I rated him at a B+ tier. I think he is very good, but I don't think he is super great. As alt expensive, your movement isn't good enough to get you open, so you're not going to be getting open threes unless you're just left unguarded, you know what I mean, and you have good off-ball movement. His defense is above average, and I would recommend this player for you to pick up. If you're looking for somebody to play, get easy trophies on, maybe push a little bit in ranked, but not take it overly serious, I don't think he's going to perform in like a peak superstar lobby per se. But if you're just in that plat, diamond, legendary range, I definitely could see you getting some use out of him. I do think Paul George is still slightly better because his ultimate is guaranteed 3 if you're open, and it only costs 1000 morale. It got nerfed, it was 800. His movement is also a bit better on PG because you can do step backs, whereas on Ingram you're not stepping back at all. Here I'm just getting up his partner. Mid-range was what I decided to go for. I just feel like he's exceptionally well in mid-range, so I might as well just, you know, deck that out even farther with 175 overall. We have one more game we'll play right after this, but just quickly showing you guys my potential. I was using half gunfire, half cannon, patient shooter, and in and out, giving me as much 3-point as possible. I find his shot cycle isn't too bad. You get threes pretty often. His ultimate obviously hits. So I do feel like he's a pretty good slasher with a little bit of that 3-point upside on him. So I do definitely like him. I do think B+ is a fair rating for his tier, and I had fully maxed talents. I think he is a pretty easy player to play and get used to. So if you're a new player just starting out, something like that, definitely a really good player to look at and start playing. Going on to the next game, I went in Dynasty just to test some stuff out, have Jason Kidd in here, see how his steals are, mess around in games, see how easy it is to get his buffs up, all that, so I get a proper testing. So we do actually end up losing the game. You know, just spoil it a little bit, but it's whatever. We're not going for wins here. More so just want to test them out first day, get you guys some good game knowledge, some good knowledge about them, tell you if they're good or they're bad. You don't have personal opinions. Also, this is the giveaway account, so just in a couple hours here, I'm going to be dropping a video exactly how to enter. It's going to be the enter the giveaway video. It's going to have the E4 Jason Kidd and this Ingram on the account. Super stacked account. It's going to be absolutely free to enter. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you are new, comment down below if you like this. Special word of this video is going to be Ingram for president. I know it's a lot to type, but dude, like, we play Dunk City all the time, so your thumbs are ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Ingram for president. Type it down below in the comments. We're up 6-3, minute 45 on the clock. Doncic getting a little bit of movement. As you can see, that little key above Doncic's head is the passive buff double team that Jason Kidd applies to like all the players when you are in range of the double team, basically able to double team a player. And once the lock turns red, then it's a guaranteed steal if you're in range. So super strong. Jason Kidd is very good, but I already have a whole video on that. Here we got the head-on buff, a little bit of lag for some reason, but we have that nice tomahawk dunk. We just slam her down, yam her home. I'm going to be fishing for my ultimate here in a second, so don't worry, you get to see that little 3-point ultimate here. Head-on will come up shortly. As you can see, when I'm in that mid-range right now, it says head-on only costs 1200 morale, but once you go to the perimeter outside that 3 line, it changes to 1800 morale for your 3, so it is pretty expensive. We talked about that a lot of this video. Didn't get the block there. I'm trash. My Gasol was also scared to get the rebound, so he didn't get that. Then I get a 3-pointer on my head from Clarkson. We're gonna take that L though. It's whatever, because we're gonna do the same thing right here. Check out this ultimate, man. Jump right over his head, no contest, easy 3. Also, a little side note, if you guys play Dynasty or 5v5, highly recommend getting Jason Kidd, because he's just gonna be the better version of Fushi. Get steals, hit 3s, all that. He's gonna be an absolute dog, stealing you a bunch of wins just as AI. Like, it's completely honest. I would personally use him if I were you. Here we go. We're on the outside, so it's head on. And then the 1800 one is head on plus. Okay, so it adds a little plus. That's how you know you're in that 3-point range, I guess. We're on Jason Kidd right now, but we got to get that pass back over. I decided to take the 3 because we need the points real bad, man. 16-13, 22 seconds on the clock. Doncic all basically unguardable. Even if I did heavily contest it, probably would still go in because it didn't get nerfed, but it's all good. It's not really, though, because I want that Doncic all to be nerfed a little bit. I think it's a little bit crazy if you're heavily contested from mid-court and still hitting it. Because if we look at Ingram, for example, right, like his 3-point ult costs 1800, where Doncic only costs 1350, and he starts the game with like 250 morale. So it really only costs 1100, and then even if you heavily contested, it still goes in. Lastly, speaking on the giveaway a little bit more, if you want to join the Procs Discord, this is where all the giveaways happen. This is how you stay up to date with my recent content, all my new upcoming content, etc., etc. Go check it out. It'll be linked in the description. Peace out, guys.